Alakapan, Cagayan, Diana Rose Hidalgo. Designer, Dendridge Alvarez. According to Diana, growing up is like leaves that grow in seasons. When Diana was young, she dreamt of a life like a fairy tale. She once admired princesses who wear their crown, a crown that was intently made to fit for an empowered woman. There, she took life's challenges as a glorious victory. She once saw herself in the mirror and wondered if her grown up self would be like this. On the other side of the coin, she only wishes for one thing: to pursue her dreams of living a simple life. But one day, she realized that there are no boundaries to the possibility. She came to value the essence of perseverance, hard work, determination, resilience, and strong faith. These, she believes, will lead her to go beyond and look for better possibilities behind the uncertainties of life. These immensely equipped her to become the woman she is today. With every opportunity along the way, both victories and failures are given. But she's proud and always considers herself a blessed entity, believing that crowns are not always worn on the head, but it can always be worn on the heart. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, from Alakapan, Cagayan, Miss Diana Rose Hidalgo. Arimonan, Quezon, Shane Quintana Tormes. Designer, Harold Berlado. Shane was raised by her grandparents who instilled the values that have been her anchor to this day. She remembers her grandma, who was a teacher, tagging her along in different outreach activities that opened her eyes to life's difficult reality. And with this, she felt that the blessings are meant to be shared to inspire people and better their lives. After her grandma's death, Shane committed herself to following the footsteps and continue the vision of her beloved grandmother. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Atimonan Quezon, Shane Quintana Tormes. Our next delegate is from Baguio City, Roxanne Allison Bienes. Designer, Amor Albano. Growing up, Roxy was really passionate with the arts and nature. She started gardening and landscaping with her mom as young as the age of 6. She was always been outgoing and fond of other people, and she also struggles in life, or her struggles in life have pushed her to have an optimistic, joyful personality, and that she should always find the good in everything around her. She learned from her childhood years to believe in herself and live for the will of God. Miss Atimonan Quezon, Miss Baguio City, San Addison Vale. Our next delegate is from Binyan City, Daniela Maris Fernandez. Designer, Geoffrey Lee and Francis Denny Lee. Miss Binyan City was one of the fortunate kids who grew up in Laguna with Laguna de Bay as their backyard, where every summer she was able to play pico, moro moro, and patintero. At the same time, she and her siblings were helping their mom in doing urban gardening and feeding the chickens and their dad's poultry farm. As Miss Binyan's life is different from most kids her age. Her parents taught them the virtues by performing the simple responsibilities in life. Her childhood taught her that we should treasure the lessons that brought us together. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Binyan City, Adela Maris Fernandez. Our next delegate is from Daraga Alban, Patricia Santo. Designer, Manny Halasan. Patricia's childhood was very challenging. Her mom was always away as an OFW, and she got bullied in grade school. She transferred from Manila to Daraga and had to adjust accordingly. Growing up, she learned about resilience, independence, and self-empowerment. Her financial struggles as a family taught her the importance of being self-sufficient, which she could only get through a good education. Miss Talaga Albay, Patricia Santos. Mama. Our next delegate is from General Trias City. Miss General Trias City, Rosine Bernardo. Designer, Carl Arcusa. Rosine dreamt for a simple life and provide her family a better and greener pasture. It was her humble dream that this life would only be about contentment, happiness, family, and love. Her self-confidence is often questioned, but it was her persistence and perseverance that enabled her to conquer her fears. She may look a bit distracted, but she was able to develop her character with wisdom in any given situation. Clouds taught her to discover more about herself and to improve her skills to become a better version of herself. The lessons that Racine parents taught her helped her to achieve her dreams in life. Self-growth and self-discovery, on the other hand, also became her good teacher. This serves as her driving force to fuel her passion to work harder, and it kept her striving for all these years. For Racine, no matter how difficult life is, her faith and trust to God strengthens her to never give up and to always put a smile in every situation. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss General City, the scene Bernardo. Chamberlain Lagasta. Designer Marlo Ramos Javier. Laika had a wonderful childhood in a rural community. She was raised by her grandmother, and one of her unforgettable experiences is playing outdoors with the neighborhood kids around her and threw stones upon the trees to get fresh fruits. According to her, whenever she goes down a memory lane, she always feels the bliss of her tender age and how lucky she is to enjoy the richness and abundance of the natural resources that surround her. The main lesson she learned growing up was to be content with a little. For Laika, instilling the value of contentment is essential for someone to know how to be happy with the little things that we have. And for things we are already blessed with and not to focus on what others have. Lalo kagayan, Laika, Amberlina Lagasa. Factory. Nicole Denise Millar. Designer. Rusty Mondiga and Jeffrey. Nicole grew up in a very loving environment because of her supportive family. She learned to become strong and independent from her childhood years since she is the eldest among her siblings. Back then, she and her family had their own carinderia, where each of their family members got heavily involved in. They would wake up in the morning very early to go to the market. They would also wash the dishes in the afternoon and in the evening. They would clean up and prepare for the next day. With this experience, Nicole's mom taught her how to look how to cook several dishes, and she also learned how to make a good bargain with different kinds of people. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lipat City, Nicole Janice Aguilar. Coming up next is Miss Make Hawaiian City, Jonavic Perez. Designer, Jeffrey Lee and Francis Denny Lee. Jonavic was raised and grew up with her grandparents. During her childhood years, she had always hoped for her family to be complete. But as the years go by, she learned to accept and let go of that because things don't always go as planned, and she realized that she may not have a lot of memories with her parents, but growing up with her grandparents is enough. They taught her so many valuable lessons that she will treasure forever. Whatever she experienced in life makes her who she is today, and by overcoming difficulties, she gains strength and maturity. That's why she has always been very thankful to her grandparents, who always remind her about values, respect, love, and appreciation. She doesn't know if she would have the manner she has today if it weren't for them. She always listens to them because everything that they say will either be her key to a bigger idea of life or simply a basic thought, which makes us eager to know. Once again, May Kawayan City, Jonavic Perez. Hannah grew up with four brothers and with both of her parents by their side. They say she's an overachiever because she always wants to excel in everything that she does, be it in school, in sports, in pageantry, and of course in life. She's a former volleyball and badminton varsity player during high school and a consistent honor student. She started joining beauty pageants at the age of 15. She graduated college with a degree in medical technology, and now she's currently working as a flight attendant. But growing up, she also went through several obstacles which made her braver, stronger, and more responsible. She believes that learning is a continuous process. It is what will make you grow as a person. That's why she always seeks for new experiences. The best lesson that she learned is always count your blessings and not count what you need. You will never find true happiness. You always look at what's lacking in your life. Learn to appreciate what you have, even the smallest things. Up next, Iloilo City. Gina Jade Chu. Designer, Alfie Desampa. Now that she's an adult, she can say that all things really do work together for good. So what Ivy has experienced, she learned that life is not really easy if you really believe that God is in control of everything and present to Him all your trials. Bert Estanyol. Risa's parents are separated, so she grew up with only her mom by her side. Her mother taught her to be independent, resilient, and courageous, so she can rise above adversities. Her mother would always advise her to be ambitious and to aim further. Risa's childhood or growing years are the building blocks of who she is today. Her mother also taught her to be a winner, and she also learned that winning does not necessarily mean victory. It means never giving up on your goals and dreams. She also learned that there is no such thing as impossible. If you want something, you have to work hard to achieve it. Castellana Negros Occidental, Lisa Paula Infante. Moving on to our delegates from Mindanao. Starting off with Compostela, Davao de Oro, Jill Ira Ondap. Designer, Nergy Cabosora. Jill was trained to be independent at a very young age because her parents are separated. Growing up, Jill's mom would always teach her to dream big and to have a humble heart that could inspire other people. She was very blessed because she was able to fulfill one of her dreams, and that is to be part of West Philippines Earth. Because she believes that through this pageant, she will be able to educate and inspire people to take good care of our Mother Earth. Once again, Compostela, Davao de Oro, Jill Ira Ondap. Let's all welcome Miss Davao City, Ira Mel Alpeche. Designer, Christopher Ledesma and Richie Oy de los Actors. Ira Ira describes her childhood as challenging but filled with happiness and contentment. One thing that she learned from her childhood is that nothing and no one is permanent in your life. So, you should always live your life like each moment is the best. It's Davao City, Ira Mel Alfeche. From General Santos City, Ariel Jasmine Roque. Designer, Sherwin Kyongson. Ariel's growing up years was so much fun because she was with her sister. They grew and learned a lot of things together. She has always been competitive in school because she loved learning, winning, and making her parents proud. Ariel learned from her childhood to be a giver, and she enjoyed it. She said that being capable of sharing anything she has, even her time, with people is already a blessing. That being an avenue of God's blessings for others is very fulfilling. She learned to play her part in taking care of our home, our planet, and that everyone needs to take part in being good stewards of this home that God has blessed us with. She also learned that despite differences and hindrances, she matters. Her thought matters, and that she should always value them and make sure that they are heard. She has learned to love life and live it to the fullest while sharing it with people who matter. Miss General Santos City, Ariel Jasmine Roque. Malita, Davao Occidental. Mia Berniel de la Serna. Designer, Kim Jordan Dale and Faith Jasper Villoreza. Mia describes her childhood simple and fun. She learned from her childhood that she would always apply in her life, what she would always apply in her life is to grab every opportunity and to give it her best. This served as a lesson because there were times in her life that she regretted. She let the opportunities pass and she gave herself a chance to try them and be better because she was afraid of being judged. She also the subject of discrimination. Malita, Davao Occidental, Mia Bernal, Venezuela. Miss Macri City, Liza Jane Moreno. Designer, Christopher Ledesma and Ricky Uy de los Santos. During Liza's childhood years, She had to stay at home most of the time for security reasons. Thus, her siblings became her playmates as well. Lisa learned from her childhood that even if you are in a situation where you don't understand things and what's happening, all you have to do is trust God. Trust the people you love and the people who love you. Most especially your parents. Because she believes that if you will change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. She is also who she is today because of her family, especially her parents. Miss Maddie City, Rita Jane Moreno. Designer, Gigi Isa. Growing up without a dad never truly took a toll in Isabel's childhood years because her mom made it a point to cover them love, affection, and joy. Life was hard because her family had to make ends meet, but they were happy. They were taught to always be grateful for whatever they had, and that true beauty is what our hearts possess. Isabel's childhood years taught her to appreciate the smallest things in life. When she was young, there was a time when she questioned her family's situation and why she couldn't get what she wanted. So looking back, Isabel feels blessed that her mother was so patient with her. She's now truly grateful for all these experiences and what life gave her family. Miss Opal, Miss Comic Oriental, Isabel Tiano. Miss Panabo City, Ed Goldelaine Flores. Designer, Jamie De La Peña. Ed describes her childhood as a roller coaster ride, and she learned to be patient and hardworking. She had so many dreams as a young girl that seemed to be impossible to achieve because she came from a simple family. She never thought that she would be great someday. She is grateful to the Lord for the opportunity to be a beauty queen. She worked patiently and very hard to become an official delegate of Miss Philippines Earth 2020. And that is something that she celebrates. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Panabo City, Ed Goldelaine Flores. Miss South Cotabato, Eliza Isabel Tolimao. Designer, Sherwin Kingston. Eliza describes her childhood as a typical story filled with memories of playing larong Pinoy outdoors. She learned from her childhood to value simple things in life, like her complete family, and also to have contentment with what they have right now. Miss South Cotabato, Eliza Isabel Colimao. Miss Tacolong City, Mika May Ramos. Designer, Rubilin Defensor. Growing up, Rika was a boyish girl, but her mother and the rest of her family encouraged her to join summer workshops like dancing, modeling, and catwalk modeling, which molded her to become the woman she is today. Growing up with loving and supportive parents, Rika is always thankful to our Almighty God for giving her a wonderful family. It is with their guidance that she has learned to value every moment that she spends with them. Because every moment that we are together is the best experience she could ever have. Miss Tacorong City, Rika May Ramos. Miss Talacogon, Agusan del Sur, June Saira Pineda. Designer, King Nino Aranchat. June cherished her childhood days a lot. Although her family was not rich, her parents always made sure that they'll have the best memories. Her father used to bring her and her sister to his workplace where they developed their love for the sea and traveling. But after her father lost his job, they transferred from place to place before they finally settled down in Agusan del Sur. They didn't have a permanent address back then, but that didn't discourage her because she always was actually happy with that experience. In that experience, she met a lot of people from different places and learned the value of contentment, kindness, and generosity. June learned from her childhood that change is constant in our lives. That's why she believes that we should always be kind, generous, and respectful to one another. Because we'll never know where life will take us. Miss Talacogon, Agusan del Sur, June, Tyra Jimenez. Miss Vicencio, Agusan del Sur, Japeth Lasco. Designer, Gerson Jules Juros. Japeth describes her childhood as fun and memorable. Some of the lessons that she learned from her childhood was always be kind, be humble, be helpful, and be grateful. One of Jacquet's most memorable moments was when she won the title as Binibining Sambuanga Sur Yambunta VDAG 2019 during the Binibining Zamboanga Sur 2019 pageant. Miss Vicencio Agusan del Sur, Jape Lasco.
Kahit true ko, nurse ako kahit tignan nila.
Zamboanga City, Angelic Cabanlong. Designer, Pau de los Santos Torda. When she was 8 years old, they traveled from Zamboanga to Manila, and she pursued her studies there ever since. At first, it was difficult to adjust since she came from the province and she was not used to the hustle and bustle of the city. But she managed to cope with the situation in time. One of the lessons that Angelique has learned growing up is learning how to cope with the situation and being responsible enough to be independent. Since she was an only child, for almost 10 years, her mother taught her things she could not learn in school, like how to manage time efficiently, how to shop for groceries with a certain budget, and how to go around the city by herself. It was a great thing to learn for her, since being smart is good, but being wise is better. Miss Zamboanga City, Angelique Cabanlong. And now our delegates from NCR. Starting off with Mandaluyong City, Gianna Leander. Designer, John T. Martinez. And now our delegates from NCR. Gianna moved back to the Philippines at the age of 12 after living in Toronto, Canada for 6 years. Despite residing abroad, her parents made sure that their home is still valued Filipino cultures in terms of respect, being family-oriented, and having compassion. Being exposed to both Western and Eastern culture growing up, Liana learned the value of tolerance, acceptance, and understanding. Once again, let's give it up for Miss Mandaluyong City, Gianna Leander. City of Manila, Justine Ortega. Designer, Geoffrey Lee and Francis Denny Lee. Justine was raised in Manila by 3 moms who taught her that education is life's best investment and that in everything she does, she should always put her best forward. This mindset drove her to do well in academics, blessed her
with a scholarship in college and a job as a business development manager for a renewable energy company. Everything she does now is her way of saying thank you for raising me. She learned from her childhood years that she should always put her best foot forward in everything she does. From the city of Manila, Justine Ortega. Miss Parañaque City, Alexandra Micaela Bodabilla. Designer, Luis Pangilinan. For Alex, a garden of love grows in the grandmother's heart. They are short on criticism and long on love. She is grateful to be raised by her grandma because her mom needed to leave to provide for their needs. She has been raised by teens, both gentle and strong. Brothers and grandmas make the perfect match. They would sit on their porch, serenaded the soft trills of the wind and the birds chirping swiftly. Alex and her grandma would visit their farm, gaze among lush contrast on the field and sky's horizon as they sit quietly, breathing slowly in. Nothing but fresh air. For Alex, a grandmother is both a sword and a shield. They would move heaven and earth for their grandchildren. So it is Alex's vision that today and in the years to come, we may be the grandmas that we have, soldiers of nature, championing the lush dreams of our future grandchildren, which they ever deserve. And may our causes never cease faltering. Miss Parañaque City, Alexandra Micaela Bodabilla. From Pasig City, Iris Marie Mabanta. Designer, Alki Bautista Eufemio. Iris has always been one of the top in her classes, especially in science, which explains why she is the scientist she is today. Growing up, she never stopped believing in her dreams. She learned that dreams have to be worked hard on in order for them to become reality. As a child, she has always loved the environment. She would enjoy learning about the different phenomena going on in nature. It was always her dream to use science to make a difference in the world. Iris also embraced her true Filipina beauty. However, growing up, she was always teased for her looks, like her height, her curly hair, and her morena skin color. But now, she learned to accept herself as she is and won't let anyone tell her otherwise. Her childhood made her the strong-willed and confident woman that she is today. Miss Pasig City, Iris Marie Mabanta. From Quezon City, Angeline May Santos. Designer, Raymart Villaruel Ortian. At an early age, Angeline conquered her stage fright and lack of confidence with her passion for singing. She also was so passionate about taking care of animals, and as a child, she also dreamt of becoming an engineer to help build affordable, low cost homes for the poor. She learned from her childhood that life isn't about winning, it is about being happy and contented with what you achieve, and that failure is a requisite for success. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Quezon City, Angeline May Santos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from our Filipino community abroad,
are ready. And so, our bronze winner for our long gown competition of Miss Philippines Earth 2020 is... What do you think it is? It's Melbourne, Australia! Congratulations, our bronze winner for our long gown competition. Beautiful indeed. Congratulations, Melbourne, Australia. You deserve it. All right, and now I will announce our silver winner. And that is, who do you think? Yes, the silver place for our long gown competition. Miss, what do you think? Make you more excited. That is City of Manila. Yay! Congratulations, City of Manila. Beautiful gowns. Well done, well done. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our gold winner. Usually when I judge, I always ask everybody first, like, who do you think? I want to hear it. I want to hear it out loud. And I'll wait for them to say, like, okay, who actually said it first? I want to hear the candidate's name or number, you know, para sabihin ko, okay, you're right. But right now, I can't hear it. I can't ask the judges to say what they think because it's not good, right? So I just want to keep it long because I know you're all excited. So, okay, I know you guys want to know our gold winner for this competition. And here it is. Our best in long gown for Miss Philippines Earth 2020 is none other than... Woo! So exciting! Our gold winner for our long gown competition is Miss Dubai, UAE! Woo! Congratulations! You won the gold place for our long gown competition! Congratulations! Our gold winner. How fun is that? Right, so can we have all our winners? Our bronze winner, Melbourne from Melbourne, Australia. Our silver winner from City of Manila. And our gold winner from Dubai, UAE.